Hey everybody, I was going to pose a question which you could probably tell from the title of this video. Is eugenics really a bad thing? It's a horrible thing to suggest really, but my patience with the insipid is running thin. I was recently involved in a debate with somebody who I was trying to convince that the sun rising tomorrow does not have a 50-50 chance of happening. I was trying to convey this in an intelligent, calm, and polite way, but I just couldn't get through to the guy. And it's very frustrating. I also live in, a suburb of Flint, Michigan. I'll call it the armpit of the universe. There's a mentality prevalent here which I have not noticed in other areas. There's a rampant stupidity, a sense of self-entitlement, and a lack of curiosity about the natural world. And I have a long fuse, let's just say that. I'm known for my patience. I have a relatively long fuse, so most people don't see my temper, but as soon as that fuse runs out, just get out of my way, because something's going to break. Hopefully it's not bones. So, as far as the progression of the species goes, apparently the stupidest among us are breeding at a faster rate than the most intelligent among us. So not only is the spread of the intelligent and the stupid becoming wider with time, but the number of people on the lower end of the spectrum is growing at a faster rate than the number of people at the high end of the spectrum. And I don't see this heading in a good direction. I don't. People tend to marry, well, unless they're having kids out of wedlock, they tend to breed with people similar to themselves. With the spread becoming like that, is there, and as morally reprehensible as the idea of eugenics is at first glance, is it ultimately the best way to go forward for the species, or are we just destined to further separate as we're currently living outside of natural selection pressures? We're just going to keep breeding and breeding and breeding, and I don't see any with the infrastructure that we have built for ourselves, I don't see any mechanism naturally to reduce the population of the least able among us in order to balance it out. I see a drag on the smartest among us to keep the infrastructure going. I see a drag on that infrastructure by the least intelligent among us. And this whole subject is horrible, which is why I want to bring up this debate, because, I mean, am I for eugenics? No. I mean, it tugs at my heartstrings. That's a bad idea. But when I think about it rationally, I'm like, where are we going? The stupidest among us are breeding at a faster rate. I mean, that's not, it doesn't take a genius to see where that's going. So that's why I want to bring up a debate like this, because it has a lot of moral implications. And hopefully somebody's got something better to say about it than me, because I'm stuck. I'm torn between my rationality and my emotional attachment to my fellow human being. So any ideas would be